So let's get underway with the DD2 and the DD2 Masters pre-final. Here's your starting grid. Following on from the heat earlier on, Frederick Zebis will start from pole position. Alongside him will be Nicolas Guillaume. No penalties in the heat early on. Some very clean racing out there. Yuri Klebo and William Nordbeek will be rounding out row number 2. Carl Klebo will be lining up alongside Yannick Nielsen. That is going to be an all DD2 Masters row 3 with Klebo on pole position. Kian de Brandt and Niels Berler round out row 4. Completing the top 10, Luca Neuenhausen and Axel Hoos, Wim Rouleau, Vincent van Kerkhoffen, Marit Fassot and Dmitry Ostrovsky, whose heat didn't get any further past the outskirts and the grass on turn 1. So the drivers head onto their formation lap. And this is where, again, we have to look at how the points will work out. So let's take drop scores into consideration, shall we? Nicolas Guillaume at the moment leads the way in DD2 on 272 points. And he is 23 points ahead of Yuri Klebo, who's on 249. Axel Hoos is on 247, but is already a ticket winner through CNAF, being a CNAF registered driver. That's the ASN for the Netherlands. And then Kian de Brandt might be out of contention after this race. He's 48 points behind Nicolas Guillaume. If that stretches to more than 55, then de Brandt is out of the hunt for the ticket, and then it's down to Guillaume and Klebo. But Guillaume has the advantage. If he stays ahead and finishes in front of Yuri Klebo, the ticket and the title is his. So with an all SP Motorsport front row, into the tram lines we go. Ready, set, let's get racing in DD2 and DD2 Masters. This is an even start at the front row of the field. And Guillaume is having to watch himself. Oh, dramas. Carl Klebo straight on. I think that was Yannick Nielsen also involved in that. But Carl Klebo, not exactly how he wanted the pre-finals to start. And he went literally flying straight on. He's out of the car. That's it. His race is done. Not exactly what he wanted in terms of a warm-up for the B&L Karting Series finale next week. Let me tell you that much. Once again, turn 1 being a little bit of a pinch point. But at the moment, Frederick Zebis leads the way. Nicolas Guillaume in second. Yuri Klebo in third place. So at the moment, Guillaume, 52 points. Klebo, 50. Oh, right. Well, at the minute, that could prove to be rather interesting over the so it's on that perspective. What's just happened to Carl Klebo, well, that's made things a little bit easier for a few other drivers. But at the minute, well, Nicolas Guillaume will be on 324 points. Yuri Klebo, 299. That's 25 points between the pair of them. So the top 3 has strode away into the distance. But Luca Neuenhausen is the de facto karting Jarno Trulli leader of the train at the moment. He's got behind him Wim Rouleau. Kian de Brandt currently in 6th position. That is 47 points. Oh, that's going to put it... Oh, right. Okay. So, at the moment, Kian de Brandt, if he drops any further than 9th, he's out of the ticket hunt. That's it. I think Kian de Brandt has probably resigned himself to the fact that it's not going to happen this year, which puts it a straight-out dogfight between Yori Klebo and Nicolas Guillaume for the BMC title. Along with that, Axel Hoos has just made up another place. And that was on Yannick Nielsen. Axel Hoos, 9th place next to 44 points. Puts him on 291, 8 behind Klebo. Right, bit of a sneaky one there. And that was from the 428. Whoa, what happened? So William Norbeek must have been the other driver that went off. So Klebo's been hit. Okay, let's have a look at this. So Carl Klebo started 5th. William Norbeek was 4th. So could have been 1 + 1 = 2 on that one, maybe. But that's not down to me. That is down to our stewards and our race control. Meantime, Frederick Zebis leading the way by 9/10. What a fight we've got for 7th at the moment. Hulot, Berle, and Yannick Nielsen, I think. So, so there's going to be some argy-bargy, elbows out kind of stuff happening right now. There's the 518. That's Dmitry Ostrovsky, who's stormed his way through the field. Ostrovsky now up into, I think... Who's he just got past? That was Wim Hulot. So that was 6th place. So up now 8 spots is the German. 5.5 minutes to go. Right. So now, this is an interesting fact I'm going to throw at you lot now. 14th place for Carl Klebo, even though he hasn't finished, will net him 39 points. Now, the DD2 Masters driver that I've spotted from Belgium that is currently leading the standings, who is actually not racing this weekend, is Christophe Lassau. So with that, that is 1 point between them. Oh, dive and a half up the inside of Vincent van Kerkhoven. That was William Norbeek, I believe. More argy-bargy up and down the order here. But the top 3 seem to be very, very comfortable at the moment. So, Zebis across the line with 4.5 minutes to go. 54.620 is the fastest lap by the Dane. Nicolas Guillaume, 1.25 seconds behind. Klebo, a further half a second back. And Neuenhausen is battling away with, I think, Wim Hulot at the moment. Niels Berle battling away. Well, that's Yannick Nielsen who's got through. Then William Norbeek, who's recovering. Careful. Neuenhausen being told by Wim Hulot, come on, get on with it. Oh, no! Over the top of Wim Hulot. I think that was Yannick Nielsen. That was a big, big incident through into turn 7. The thing is, Hulot's just gathered himself up. So looking back at it, yeah, it was very, very close. And yeah, all of a sudden, left front, right front, make contact, and the RS competition car goes skyward over the top. However, Dmitry Ostrovsky is not done yet. And that's him through on Kian de Brandt. So de Brandt now finds himself down. So he was 4th. He's now 5th. So that is 48 points. Where's Axel Hoos at the moment? Okay, he's currently 10th at 43. So Ronan Lassau very much out of the race. Isn't even here, so can't really worry about that. So 2 3/4 minutes to go. Well, Nicolas Guillaume and Yori Klebo are getting closer and closer. This could be very, very interesting indeed. However, the mathematicals on this are quite, not dumbfounding, but quite intriguing in the fact that we have a 14 kart grid, which effectively means that even if Nicolas Guillaume finished in 14th and Yuri Klebor finished second, well, that would become Guillaume would still win the title. So Klebor would probably have not wanted Guillaume to race this weekend. But you know what? True racers fight up until the last checkered flag. But I'm not saying never say never. There is any possibility of something potentially happening. However, 1.5 minutes to go on the timer. And we still have Frederick Zebis is like a freight train. He's gone, right, I'm going to go in. And there's Axel Hoos up the inside of Vincent van Kerkhoff, and that's another place gained by the Dutch driver. So, keeps him 8 points behind Yuri Klebor. Meantime, Niels Berler definitely having his own battles. That's with Luca Neuenhausen, who's just been passed by William Norbeek. So Norbeek up to 6th place now. Top three have now crossed the line. 2.7 seconds apart between first and third. Niels Berler trying his level best to get through on Luca Neuenhausen, but Axel Hoos and Vincent van Kerkhoffen are not that far behind. Vincent said to me before drivers briefing last night, yeah, it's been quite interesting. It's a new challenge. And I said, you're following in the footsteps of certain Mr. LaHaye. Dylan is here in another capacity for SP Motorsport. I'm sure we'll be racing next weekend at the B&L Karting Series finale. Time now, counting down, and one more lap remains for Frederick Zebis. It's going to be a maximum score of 55 points. Nicolas Guillaume, second. Yuri Klebor, third. Fourth, it's Dmitry Ostrovsky, who's come back like a whirling dervish. Actually, I'll use a better term. He's come through the field like a whirlwind. Started last, he's now fourth. He's got Kian de Brandt hot on his heels. There's the battle between Luca Neuenhausen, I believe, who's behind him. Niels Berler and Axel Hoos. Vincent van Kerkhoffen rounds out the top 10 ahead of Yannick Nielsen, Marit Fassot. Wim Rouleau, who still continuing to run after that incident when he got accidentally run over, by one of the RS competition carts. But it's going to be out of the final corner. A maximum score for Frederick Zebis. But one more race remains, and the hunt is still on. 25 points provisionally. Split your first and second placed riders in the championship standings. Dmitry Ostrovsky, what a run by the German in the 516 on the Charles Leclerc chassis, finishes P4. Kian de Brandt takes fifth, and with it, that is 48 points. William Norbeek, Luca Neuenhausen, Niels Berler takes second in DD2 Masters, ahead of Axel Hoos. Vincent van Kerkhoffen rounds out the top 10. Yannick Nielsen finishes 11th, ahead of Marit Fassot. She finishes 12th, ahead of Wim Rouleau, who rounds out the 13 finishes. And on the opening lap, on the outskirts of turn 2, we lost the 540 of Karl Klebor.